Healthy eating is important for everybody, but of course it's even more important in pregnancy to support you and your developing baby. It's important to have a good meal and snack routine during your pregnancy to make sure that you have plenty of energy and good nutrition throughout the day. Aim to have 3 main meals, your breakfast, your lunch and your tea, and 2 to 3 snacks in between your main meals. So a healthy balanced diet in pregnancy includes a range of foods from the 4 main food groups. Let's start with starchy foods, so that includes foods such as bread, potato, rice, pasta and even breakfast cereals. These foods are vital for you and for your baby because they are your main source of energy and they're a fantastic source of fibre, which is important for healthy digestion. Where possible, include them across all your main meals, your breakfast, your lunch and then your tea, and as part of some snacks as well. Opt for whole grain varieties where possible. They contain more fibre, which again helps with digestion and will keep you fuller for longer. Fruits and vegetables are another vital food group during your pregnancy. Fruits and vegetables are a fantastic source of vitamins and minerals and again fibre. Aim to eat 5 portions across the day, at least 5 portions, so the more you eat, the better. Try to include them as part of all of your main meals and again some of your snacks throughout the day. This can include fresh, frozen and tinned varieties. If you're buying tinned varieties, just make sure they're in plain juice rather than syrup or with added sugar. Protein foods are also really important to include in your diet across the day. Opt to include something both at lunch, at tea and even as part of some of your snacks. This food group includes foods such as chicken, turkey, beef, eggs, lentils, nuts, tofu. There's a whole range of foods that fall into this food group. Try to opt for low-fat varieties, so for example choose leaner cuts of meat. If you are cooking with meat, trimming off any excess or visible fat will help to reduce the fat content. Try to eat at least 2 portions of fish across the week. Include 1 portion that's an oily fish. That would include things like salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines, but don't eat any more than 2 portions of oily fish across the week. Include some dairy foods and dairy alternative foods in your diet every day. That will include things like milk, cheese and yogurt and the alternative milks as well. If you're using alternative milks such as soya milk, just make sure that you're purchasing the calcium fortified varieties. Calcium is really important for your baby's developing bones, so make sure that you're including these foods in your diet every day. Where possible, try to opt for lower fat varieties, so using semi-skim milk or skimmed milk as opposed to full fat milk, and opting for lower fat cheeses and yogurts. We all love some of those treat foods, so the foods that are traditionally higher in fat, salt and sugar. And while they're still okay to eat throughout your pregnancy, try to make sure that you're not eating them every single day. If we're filling up on these foods, it could mean that you're less likely to eat foods that are providing you and your developing baby with really good nutrition and essential nutrients. And finally, staying well hydrated through pregnancy is really important. Aim to have around 6 to 8 drinks a day. That would include things like milk, water, sugar-free drinks and even tea and coffee. Just be mindful that during pregnancy you should limit your caffeine intake. Other drinks to be mindful of are fizzy drinks and sugary drinks. If we're having these in excess, they're very high in calories and can increase our risk of tooth decay. If you're opting for any fruit juices or smoothies, try to limit these to no more than about 150 ml a day. That's reasonably what you could get if you were to juice or squeeze a fruit.